friends, welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today on the channel we are doing house update number 3. Is this number 3 or number 4? I think it's number 3, correct me if I'm wrong. But I figured it was time to give you a very overdue house update. So many moving pieces and parts are happening behind the scenes with the house build right now, and we are getting close, you guys. There's still so much work to be done, but every day it feels like we're getting a little bit closer, and so much is getting done on a day-to-day basis. So I figured today I'd just kind of turn the camera around, give you a tour, and show you how everything is looking. Thus far, we have flooring in at this point. We have a lot of trim work done. Cabinets are in. Not all of them are set. A lot of them are. We haven't templated countertops yet, but you can kind of get a sneak peek of the cabinetry in the kitchen. It's very exciting. Tile's been ordered, a bunch of it's in, but it's not installed yet. What else? Our master bathroom vanities are in, again, not installed yet. So lots of kind of like moving pieces. The T's have not all been crossed, the I's have not all been dotted, but nonetheless, a lot has happened since our last new build update. And if you're new here and you haven't seen the first couple of updates, be sure to go back and watch those videos. Or maybe if you just haven't been around in a while and didn't know, we are currently building a home on a couple of acres here in Ohio, and we are very excited to move in and make this space our own. Let's see what else. I have a few exterior updates to share today. Let's turn the camera around and I'll show you a house update.
But before we go any further in the house update today, I kindly wanted to thank AG1 for sponsoring today's video. And if you don't know, AG1 is a daily foundational nutrition supplement, really focused on your whole body health. I keep coming back to it every single day. When I skip a day, I can tell such a difference in my energy levels, in my mood, and just how I feel throughout the day. AG1 is really neat because it's going to support you like a multivitamin, which I really love. I don't love taking a bunch of pills in the morning. Just having something to drink is great. It also contains prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes, and so much more. It really packs a big punch all in one serving. You know, I've tried a lot of like green juices, greens powders, like all of that stuff, and I have found that AG1 doesn't leave that like chalky, gross residue. It's really smooth, it goes down pretty effortlessly, and overall it just tastes really neutral. It's a little bit sweet, but not too sweet, and I've really come to enjoy it. As I continue to drink it, I now crave it in the morning, if that sounds crazy, and I love it. It leaves me feeling so good. Each serving of AG1 contains over 75 key vitamins and minerals, so I like to refer to it as kind of my gap filler. You know, I try to eat a healthy diet, but I'm not perfect. There are things I don't get enough of. So when I drink my AG1, I add it into my health routine every single day. I know that I'm filling those gaps nutritionally, and that leaves me feeling so good. It's good for your immune system, your energy levels, your skin, and so much more. So if you use my link down in the description below to try AG1 today, you're gonna get a free 1-year supply of the D3 and K2 drops. I didn't know this, but vitamin D3 specifically needs a fat source to be absorbed in the body, hence why it's separate from the AG1 mix. I think I got that question last time. And so it's just in a carrier oil. I think it's in an olive oil, and you just do 1 tiny drop. You can put it right on your tongue. You can add it to your AG1. It's tasteless, and there are so many key benefits to getting your D3 in, so I've really been enjoying this. You're also going to get 5 free travel packs of the AG1. These are great. They're a single serving. I carry these in my purse and just on the go. If you're going on a trip or something, it just makes life easy because you can just open the pack and have your AG1 with you. So again, be sure to check out the link in my description for that offer. And thanks again, AG1, for sponsoring today's video. Okay, we're gonna go in, like we're going in through the front door, and you know, I'm just gonna kind of show you what I can. So, coming in through the front door, you can see all of the baseboard trim is in, as well as all of the window trim throughout the house, including these beautiful transoms. So I decided to do transoms going into the great room just for some added character, but I didn't want to add glass simply because I didn't want to have to dust it. And I didn't want any glare or anything weird. You know, someday I suppose we could add glass if we wanted to, but I like the openness of it. So trim work is a lot of the update in today's video, but as you can see, we sort of went with a craftsman-like detailing with the trim, and I love it. It gives that old farmhouse feel, very traditional, and I'm really, really liking it. This is the baseboards. Of course, they still need to be painted. Again, I went with a really simple look. I wanted something easy to clean. This is the flooring, which it's the exact same flooring in our current home. So if you've watched any of my videos, we did the same flooring. We figured if it wasn't broke, we weren't gonna fix it. It was under budget for us, and we really love this flooring. It's really beautiful for LVP. It's wide plank. It's called, goodness, it's by the manufacturer Southwinds, and the color is called Antique Pine. There is a coat of white dust over it right now, what you can see, and it looks a little bit cooler than it actually is because everything is kind of white and dusty right now, but it's a pretty warm flooring. It actually can go either way. It just kind of depends. There's a lot of variation in it. I like it. It really does look like old pine flooring to me, and again, it was in our budget, so we went with it. The stairs are actually going to get built out this coming week, so that'll be in the next update. So not much to share as far as the staircase goes. The treads are right there, and the railing as well. And I think the newel post is somewhere around here too. But in the great room, what is a big update, aside from the beautiful trim work on all of the windows, is that we ended up doing some beams in here. And I really love how they turned out. We looked into doing real reclaimed beams, and they were way out of budget. I wanted to do them so badly, but you know, you have to compromise where you can. And so we did kind of a box style beam. I still really love the look, and the stain color is Golden Oak by Minwax, and those are pine boards. So golden oak on pine. The stone hasn't started yet on the fireplace, but I have picked out the stone, so I'll share that with you guys in this video. Coming in to this little nook. This is gonna be my office nook, and we haven't decided on a sliding door for this space yet. Our builder actually had this door in his possession, and he's like, do you want it? I think it could be a really cool door for your office space. And so he put it there just for me to think about. What do you guys think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Obviously it will hang and look higher, and it'll feel more like a fitted door. I have a couple options here. Let me take you over here. The scaffolding is in the way. Have a couple options. I can just clean it really well and leave it this cream color, which I actually kind of like. I thought I wanted wood, but it's neutral enough. I think we have a lot of wood going on, and the stone we picked is kind of dark and heavy, so it might be a nice light feature. I could also paint it.
I am way too scared to strip it. I feel like I would ruin it, but you guys will have to let me know if you like it. I just wanted to find an old door with glass. So in that aspect, it did meet the criteria. But here in the office, you can see more trim. So pretty. I love this space. It gets so much light. You can see our neighbors out the window too. This is new since the last update, and I'm really happy with how this sweet little space turned out. I, shared my vision with the builder and the carpenter, and they really brought it to life. So I've got this built-in desk space, and we wrapped baseboard all the way around it, so it feels kind of like a furniture-like piece. It feels very solid. I've got lots of drawer space, and then I decided to do shiplap halfway up the wall, which of course this is all going to get painted, so you'll have to kind of imagine with me. It'll get painted the same color as the desk. And then I ended up adding a shelf. I thought it would be really cute to have baskets up there for storage or just even decorative elements. I actually had these corbels at home. I happened to have them. I thought I was gonna use them in our current kitchen, and I never did. And it was so funny because he's like, why don't you go pick out some corbels for us to use? And I was like, I actually have some, and I have 3. So it was perfect. Didn't have to buy any. Kind of meant to be. And then up above, I'm gonna do some really fun kind of vintage inspired sconces. I think it'll be pretty in this space. And then there is a spot for a light fixture up there as well. So I'm picturing, my computer will be in the center, of course. I wanna find a really cool like wicker chair maybe, or maybe something simple, small, antique, and then be able to fit a chair in this corner. I'm not sure yet, but I'm not really worried about decorating the space yet. I just kind of want to get all of the bones right. Something else I'm currently deciding on is whether or not I want to paint the wall a contrast color, like just go with a really pretty accent color in here since the trim and the desk is white or cream, or if I want to do a wallpaper. I'm leaning towards wallpaper, and I'll share on the screen what I'm thinking. And yeah, we'll just have to see. You guys have to let me know if you have any ideas. Definitely send them my way, but really love how this little space turned out. I'm so excited to have a space to be able to work from home. Caleb can use it too, of course. This is a better view of the flooring too. It's not quite as dusty in here. Isn't that pretty? So overall, very happy with that. So like I mentioned, staircase hasn't been built out yet, although that's happening this week. So we are doing wood treads, and then this landing, this is how the trim turned out on the stacked windows. Goodness, these windows make my heart so happy, and everything's greening up outside. We're that much closer to summer, you guys. It's so exciting. Oh yeah, the doors are in. I just realized they weren't in the last time. So that's another feature or thing to update you on. Again, we went with a very like craftsman style door. I really love them. And of course, it goes without saying they're gonna get painted, so they'll match the trim and be white. But here's the powder room, and it's been trimmed out, like the window's trimmed out, but nothing else is really in here yet. However, our vintage vanity is gonna go here. I found it on Facebook Marketplace. It's just an old washstand, and then we're doing a vessel sink. And then this room is getting shiplapped halfway up the wall, and here is a sample. Do you guys remember the cow wallpaper? I think I am legitimately gonna do it. I haven't decided yet, but I think I am. Out this window here, it's funny, I don't see any right now. Normally there are dozens of cows in the pasture across the street. It might be too hot out there right now during the day, but it's the cow bathroom. We all joke about it. It's just kind of fun at this point, and I'm excited. I just have to decide whether or not I'm gonna do the same color as the trim with the shiplap, or if I'm gonna do an accent color. Haven't officially decided that yet. Paint decision fatigue is real over here right now. But what else is in here? I do have the tile sample. this will be going in the next couple of weeks. I decided to go with this honed marble penny tile. I think it is so fun. It kind of gives like a vintage flair, but it's classic. There's just so much you can do with it, and I really love honed marble. We're doing honed marble in the master shower as well. But let's see. Oh, I thought the name was on it. I'll put the name on the screen if I can find it, but I think we got it. I can't remember where we ordered it from, if I'm being honest, but we're gonna do a light gray grout, so it gives a little bit of contrast, but not too much. I think it'll be so pretty in here. I love penny tile. Okay, and now we'll go into the kitchen, which is kind of a hot mess right now, but I think you'll be able to see the vision start to come to life. We've got all of the trim done in here, as you can see, and we're still waiting on a couple of things, but here is how the island is looking. We ended up doing like a beaded back on the island, and we went with a stained island. And I think the stain looks really pretty with the floors. They're not too matchy-matchy. There's a little contrast there, but they're somewhat within the same tone. So I think that'll look really nice once the flooring is visible and everything's clean. You can't see it, but they also added this leg detailing to the island, and I really love that on both sides. Everything's kind of covered up to make sure it stays nice, which I get, so I appreciate that. And they're still kind of building it out. So again, you kind of have to picture how it will look eventually. We've got the quartz countertop going in, but you can at least see the stain color and how it's looking. On this side, the drawers are in. And I did decide on hardware. I'm doing like an antique brass, which will be really pretty. The sink is not set yet, obviously, but it's in, which is very exciting. We just went with a standard farmhouse style front apron sink. Okay, let's talk about this wall. So they're gonna build the hood vent, and it'll be sort of a box style. The width, it will be wider than the range, but it's not gonna go all the way to the windows, but it'll be pretty big. That's the plumbing for the pot filler. I think the window trim in here looks really pretty. And then the lower cabinets, we did all drawers, which I'm very excited about. And we added little feet to the bottom. I like that little detail, little character. We did not do custom cabinets in this house. We just didn't want to spend the money. We felt like we could get really quality cabinets without going the custom route. And I'm very happy with how everything's looking so far. This is the color. I don't know what the exact color is because we didn't go custom. We didn't paint them. They came in sort of a creamy off-white color, which I'm really loving. We have two uppers, and they still have to build them out and do the crown molding. So they will go to the ceiling when they're done. They're just not done yet. And then, let's see, over here, this is not totally built out yet. The upper cabinet is right there, but again, it will go to the ceiling, and the refrigerator goes there. And these are the refrigerator panels, because we are doing a panel ready fridge and dishwasher, which I'm so excited about, to kind of have that hidden fridge look. I think it'll be really pretty when it's all done. Fingers crossed. So they're gonna color match the panel doors to the cream here. And then shelving is not done yet, but this is the pantry, and it's just kind of marked where we will have shelving. So lots of storage in this space. We did a nice big gap between these two shelves, and this shelf will be wood. It'll be the only one that's wood. The rest will be white. I think I want to do a curtain detail on the bottom to hide the storage underneath. And then this will kind of serve as a countertop. And it's where we'll keep a lot of our small appliances. Like if we have a microwave, we'll put it in here. although I think we're gonna do without a microwave, we'll see. Coffee pot, crock pot, you know, air fryer, whatever small appliances I decide to keep in here, that should work nicely. Okay, and this is the mud bench area. And we just finalized the concept and design last week, and they just went out and bought all the materials. So this is gonna get built this week as well. So not done yet, but we're doing a really thick rustic wood bench across wall to wall here. It'll look really rustic. I'm excited to see how it turns out. And that way I can store baskets underneath if I want to, but if I don't want to, I can just leave it empty underneath. So I thought about doing 5 or 4 little compartments under the bench, but I decided to not go that route in case we don't want to store shoes right here, because I think I've told you guys in the past, we planned on doing, it's a mess out here, but we plan on doing cabinetry in this corner eventually and have kind of a mud zone designated in the garage because we have a nice big garage. So this area, while it will have hooks and we will use it for now, eventually will be more of an aesthetic kind of just hall space. But regardless, we're doing a nice thick wood bench here. And then again, we're doing shiplap halfway up the wall with wood peg hooks all the way from that door corner to this one. And something I'm really struggling with, you guys, so I would love your input, if I can back up, is color, because I would love to do a really pretty color, but that would mean painting all the trim just in the mudroom, that color, like a bluish gray or even like a mushroom kind of taupey gray color. And then the rest of the house, I'm not doing that. I would do more of your typical cream or white trim. So do you guys think it would be weird? Or I feel like it's more commonplace, and actually you see it more in older homes too. If, you know, this is all regular white trim, and then you look in here and that trim is like a mushroom color to go with the shiplap around this window. Let me know, yay or nay. Would you do the contrast color in here, or would you just do the shiplap in here the same color as the trim everywhere else and keep it clean and classic? I think there's no wrong answer, but I would love to know your thoughts on that. And then here's the laundry room. We have a pocket door, and I am so excited about this space. So excited. Huge laundry room for me. These are the cabinets. It's kind of dark in here and there's no light yet, but they are from Craftmade cabinets. They're really dusty, so ignore that, but they're really pretty green color. I think the color from Craftmade is called Everest. No, not Everest, that's not right. Forest? Everest? I don't know. I'll put it on the screen if I can remember, but it's a really pretty kind of forest green, and I love it. I think it's just really fun. We're doing the same kind of front apron style sink in here, so we'll have a nice big sink. We're gonna do butcher block countertops, and then the washer and dryer will go there. And then on this wall, they just finished these cabinets, and that's what the cabinets look like going to the ceiling. So they look really nice. We've got 2 cabinets there, and we're gonna do a rod between these 2 cabinets so we can hang and dry clothes, and a shelf above the rod, just for either decorative elements, or I can put baskets up there or something like that. And then down below, here, let me open them actually. I just love that color, it's so fun. Nice big cabinets. Down below, we are building out a table. It will be kind of butcher block on the top, and then it'll be attached to the wall, and then it'll have 2 front legs. So it'll look sort of like a table, sort of not, kind of custom. I just want it to look really rustic and unique. Those are the legs. We just picked those up. So I think it'll be cool for folding and just having that space. And yeah, I think it'll be good. in this closet here, this closet ended up being kind of wonky because they had to make it smaller than originally planned, but it's okay. So we're gonna do some shelves in here, which will be great. For cleaning products, we actually decided to put an outlet between these shelves in case we want this to be like the kids' charging station eventually as they get older with, you know, tablets, maybe someday phones, who knows. I definitely fall under the policy of like turn in your electronics at the end of the day and keep them in here kind of a thing. And it could be a charging station. So we'll see how that goes. I left enough space to put a hamper if we needed to in here, although I think we might end up putting hampers under this table. We'll just see. And then this little nook ended up working out well. There's an outlet and that's where I'll hang my vacuum. So just kind of a cleaning product, you know, your typical laundry closet storage, which will be really nice. We don't have that currently, so we can close the door and not have to look at it. My son's go-kart is out here, so don't mind that. This area, I don't know if it's changed, but I'll just share it really quick anyway. Oh, you know what? The siding has finished out here. I don't think that had happened yet since our last update. We've got the flooring in. This is gonna get screened in, and as it's greening up, makes my heart so happy. They've slowly started grading the backyard, so that's been cool. We're doing the same stone on this fireplace as this one, simply because when you're in the kitchen area, you can see both. So the idea of doing two different stones just didn't sit right with me. I think it'll be really neat to be at the kitchen sink doing dishes and potentially seeing two fires going. But the beadboard ceiling is done. I wish I knew the name of the stain. I couldn't tell you. I actually just said, hey guys, just match the floors. And so they did, and I really like it. I love the dark against the white siding. I think the contrast is really, really pretty out here. I'm excited to see this all screened in eventually. Okay, not a ton to update in the master, although the window trim is in and it looks really pretty. That big window makes my heart happy. We are definitely gonna get a lot of light. We get a lot of morning light in this bedroom space, which I love. We're early risers, so it doesn't bother us too much. But in the bathroom, I was like, what is my point? In the bathroom here, again, not a ton has changed. We've got trim, which is cool. But then, they're not both in yet, but this is the master bath vanity. So there'll be two, they're the same. We just had a little bit of a hiccup with the second one. It showed up and the backsplash was broken. So Wayfair was really generous. They're just sending us a third vanity and they said, do what you want with the other vanity. So we'll see. But regardless, I love the vanity. I love all the drawer space. I still have to add hardware. I love that it's furniture-like with the little feet. And then of course, I really love that it has a marble countertop because we're doing marble tile in the shower. We're doing like a marble hex on the floor, but the shower walls will be a honed marble subway tile with like a light gray grout. And we have a rain shower head in here as well. The other update is we do have lights in here now, which is exciting. If I can, we have lights in the house. I forgot to mention that. So that's a big update. It's kind of cool. The closets have not been done yet. So you can see the flooring's in, the baseboards are in. We still have to kind of design what we want and order it. So we have not done that yet. So we'll do some kind of closet system in both sides. This was such a great way to save square footage. I really like how this turned out. We'll see in the years to come. I'll keep you updated. But not having like a hall with two separate closets saved a lot of space. We just did one big closet and created this divider. And I really like how that turned out. We still both have very large closets. So I'm excited about that. We've got linen closet here, nothing too exciting. We decided where all the shelves are going in there. This will be the toilet area. And yeah, that's how the master bathroom is looking. Okay, last but not least, upstairs, and there isn't a ton to show you, but I wanted to come up here to get you a closer look at the beams. Oh, aren't they so pretty? I love them. And I love all of the light in this room. Oh, so, so pretty. We've got the window trim, obviously in the little library nook. That's what we call this. And then in the bedrooms, you can see everything's gonna be trimmed out. They're both the same, so I'll just take you in Emma's room. But the ceiling detail is so fun to me. It feels like very cozy cottage, very quaint. Very excited for the kids in their bedrooms. I don't think there's a light in here yet. Maybe there is, hang on. Maybe in here, might help. Yay, okay. So there's a light in here. Let me back up really quick so you can see the kids' vanity. It's this really pretty kind of blue jean color. I love it. It's a little bit turquoisey, but not too turquoisey. I don't know, what would you call this color? It's like a slate blue almost. I think it's really pretty. I think it's fun. And then I picked like a really pretty white kind of speckly countertop in here. Then we'll have 2 mirrors and 2 vanity lights, which I still need to pick out. And this room apparently is a mess, but just kind of the tub and toilet room. So that's kind of it inside. Lots of little moving parts. Like I said, lots of decisions have been made, just kind of waiting on things to come in and happen at this point. And still deciding on paint colors is a big one. But now I wanted to take you outside really quick. I have a few things to show you. I'll give you a closer look in a second, but we just poured concrete off of the garage. In the back we did a sidewalk, but we were so back and forth on what to do leading up to the front door. Do we do concrete? Do we do nothing? Eventually this will all be grass. This whole area will be a garden, which will be beautiful and landscaped. But we decided to do a gravel path. We are not totally done with this yet. They still have to like perfect it, as well as add the pea gravel. We're gonna add a layer of pea gravel to the top so it gives a nice finished look. But my thought behind that was 2 things. A, my ideal path here would be flagstone. I love flagstone. I think it's so beautiful. It's just really pricey, and it's something we want to wait on at this time. And so the thought of doing pea gravel first and then being able to lay the flagstone if we want sounded appealing to me. But something my builder said that made a lot of sense. He said, you know, if you don't end up wanting to do the flagstone, they would have had to gravel this before concreting it anyway. So you can always concrete it later if you want. So this way it gives us a couple options. It's not super permanent, and it gets you from the driveway to the front door without getting muddy feet or having to walk through grass eventually. And so this is kind of my front bed here that I'm going to be working with. The next time you see this, hopefully, we will have planted this up with the hydrangeas from my driveway at the current house. So I'm hoping to do 6 or 8 big hydrangea bushes here at the front of the house. And then of course I have forever to landscape that. That's probably how long it'll take me. So just wanted to show you that update. We can take a little walk here, and I have a couple more things to show you. You can take a closer look at the concrete pad, and we chose to do this just simply because we have a gravel driveway. At least now there's kind of a landing spot if people come over to park their car, if the kids want to ride their bike around in circles, or eventually if we put up a basketball hoop, that kind of thing. We just wanted a little bit of concrete. That's the garage door. I don't know if that's been shown yet. It's another update. And then the sidewalk goes along the backyard, so eventually again, down the road, we'd love to do some type of patio back there, but for now, at least it takes you to the back porch and Caleb can store the trash cans and kind of have some backyard storage back by the garage. So that is good. But this is something I want to show you guys. So this is the fireplace stone that I've selected. I love it. I love the contrast. Ignore the grout. I just wanted to see what it would look like with grout. So the stone guy was really nice and did this really fast for me. I'm gonna put up a picture of what the inspiration is to give you a better feel. So it will actually be a little bit more over-grouted than this. And it also looks a little bit odd in direct sunlight. Looks very different inside than what this is showing. But I wanted to at least give you guys an idea of how the fireplace is gonna look. Here's another look at the path, walking up to the porch. I want to have Caleb build a window box for under that window eventually. I think that would be really quaint. And I just love our front porch. All right, friends. Well, that's all the updating I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know I had a lot of fun filming and sharing everything we have going on at the house. If you're new here, I would love to have you as a subscriber. So do me a favor and hit that little red button down below. It doesn't cost anything and it helps out my channel more than you know. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for watching today. Please, if I asked for suggestions on something in this video, I think the mudroom trim color and a couple other things, let me know down below. I want to hear from you guys. I value your opinion so much and I learned so much from you in this community. So thankful. So anyway, again, thanks for watching today and I'll see you really soon in the next one. Bye.